I think this matchup for Vengeance Day makes sense, right? If you guys know the story about Javon Evans and Ethan Page wiping away Javon Evans's smile, pretty much like almost breaking his jaw for the most part, and he had to wear a mouthpiece in this matchup. The story and building up to it, as well as the match being on this stage, just makes sense. Ethan Page wins this match was the right call. This does nothing to Javon Evans in regards to his momentum. We got to finally see a serious side of Javon Evans, and him selling the injury to his mouth, I thought was really, really well done. Ethan Page said this before when it comes to the NXT, the male division. He's carrying that shit right now. Javon Evans, man, I think, if he keeps this up, if they keep booking him correctly like this, Obafemi's going to have to drop that championship to somebody in the near future. I would say it's Javon Evans in the near future. Give that title to this young kid and see what he can freaking do. Very interesting decision. You can look at it to where, like Eddie Thorpe, you got to see what he has. You got to give him this push, see what he's got. Trick Williams, to where we can talk, we make comparisons with like Trick Williams and a Jey Uso, right? He's got the entrance, right? People love his shtick, right? But Trick Williams, he does really check off a lot more boxes than I think a lot of people give him credit for. And I think we know where his trajectory is going to go, to where after WrestleMania, he's most likely going to debut on the main roster. So you're going to see him lose all these matches to where he's going to get a send-off and he's going to be sent off to the main roster. But they got to be careful though, man. They got to be careful to where, because they've done this with Braun Breaker, and I hope they're not doing this as well with Roxanne Perez either, to where they're just catching a bunch of losses repeatedly. And at this point, the more losses they take, it's not really a good send-off or a good look for you to send this person to the main roster. It's just very weird. If you guys remember Retribution, that's pretty much what they look like. You're going to have to book these dudes flawlessly, because let's face it, nobody knows who these dudes are. It came off very just silly and goofy, to where it's that type of shtick, and if it's not done properly, it can get bad really, really quickly. And then going after Obafemi, I think it's just weird because, again, he just won the title. It's not like he's going to be losing anytime soon. So if he's going to be facing off of one of these cronies, I don't know how that's also making the faction look good either. So I think their target doesn't really make sense. It just gives off really bad Retribution vibe. Much love to these guys. I mean, I hope that their booking is proper. I hope it's done right, but I just think in regards to today's style of wrestling, I think that type of shtick, if you guys remember Retribution, it just doesn't really work anymore. And you're going to have to do it almost perfectly to really make these guys stand out.